All of that. What a view. Wow. I'm on top of this seesaw. I actually climbed up. It took some effort. I thought I was meant to get through there, but it turns out I was actually meant to climb through here. Well, I don't really know what I'm going to talk about. I guess we can start by saying... Let's look at the camera. But yeah, you know what? Part of me is thinking maybe just get down. I'd prefer to just sit down and talk. Climb down there. Yeah. Oh shit. I'm doing this super cool thing where I put the camera down here and then what? Here. And then I just hang it there and you see me slide down. But I hurt my nutsack and I want to have kids in the future, so I'm not doing that again. It flipping hurt, guys, I tell you. But hold on. This is a risk. But a risk I'm willing to take for you guys. We're never doing that again. But I want to talk with you guys, and something that's been on my mind on the internet recently. Yeah. You're aware of how over-sexualized this world is, right? There's a lot of females shaking their asses on all social media platforms, and I don't care how disciplined you are, bro. Naturally, as men, we all have that, innate desire within us to want to reproduce, and for it to just be out there on the internet, it's like, shoot, man, it's not ideal. And I've been getting it recently, and the majority of people I'm subscribed to, well, pretty much everyone I'm subscribed to, post content to which serves a benefit to an area of my life. And even then, I get a lot of just BS on my feed. A lot of lust promoted content of all these females shaking their ass and whatnot. All the provocative things, like the areas of their body parts that would arouse a man. I think that's a good way to put it. And yeah, I'm looking at it, I'm like, because yes, we're all human, we were sinned in the past and whatnot, and we've all stumbled. Of course, I have stumbled many times when looking at that type of stuff, and I really worry for these people, honestly. Yeah, they're pretty now, they're in their peak beauty and whatnot, but people age, man. People mature. They're not gonna look at those people that are shaking their asses, their breasts on the internet. It's like, you're not gonna look like that forever. You're not. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's normal. People age. Maturity age. I didn't phrase that right. People age. We age. We mature. And it's like 10 years down the line. Let's say they're like 22 years old now. Putting all this content out. People love them. OnlyFans. That's what I'm going to title the video. I worry for OnlyFans models. Because I really do worry for these OnlyFans models, man. I really do. I could kind of sympathize in the sense that, yeah, I mean, it's better to make a lot of money online, which obviously I'd prefer to do also, and I'm aiming for that. I'm not going to give up. But it's how you make your money online also. Sorry, I just want to say alright, I got about 6 minutes, so let's make this quick and snappy. It's about how you make your money also, man. Posting your body, this is basically prostitution. It really is. It is the modern day version of prostitution. That's a very strong word, but that is true. It's sex work. You're paying to see someone in the virtual sense have sex. In a way, I guess you could argue that, we kind of took a step back. Don't get me wrong, both are really bad in terms of paying for sex work, but even then, back in the day, at least they got what they wanted in real life. You're getting sex from a pixel screen and you're paying your hard-earned money for that, when you can literally improve yourself and attract the women in real life. It's just about I don't understand watching porn, but I understand at the same time because it plays with our male desires. Like I said, I've been there too. We all got the urges, we're all men. But I just look at these girls, these women on the internet, and it's sad because they're actually really beautiful, the majority of them. They're really pretty. From a physical standpoint. But mentally inwards, it's like, it's not it. Let me tell you what's going to happen about 10 years from now if they keep up this behavior. And the sad thing is, they probably can't turn back. what you put on the internet is permanent. Even if you delete it, someone's always gonna have it. People steal their content, you know. It's a disgusting industry, and it's just really been weighing on my mind. And I thought I'd just take out the camera and talk to you about the issue. 10 years from now, they're gonna be wondering why no man wants them. Of course they don't want you. How could they want you when you literally sold your entire body on the internet? When there's pictures of you literally getting pounded by God knows how many men. You know, the virtual world is a very disgusting place. They will convince you that it's good to have sex with numerous women, polygamy. They will convince you. And they'll make you feel like shit for wanting to be monogamous. That's the internet. It's a disgusting place online. Let me tell you something about my childhood. I always had this like rooted belief in my head. Like, obviously we all have this like innate belief that it's good to be monogamous, and it was always weird being polygamous, right? Of course, as it should be. But as you can see, certain creators, which I won't say their names, but I consumed a lot of YouTube creators in the past in my childhood, and they were all big on having sex with multiple women, and it really programmed my brain, and especially in my early teenage years, into thinking, bro, like, it just makes you feel like shit for being single when it shouldn't be. You're meant to be single. You're meant to work on yourself for a period of time, then attracting women. But the internet will make you feel otherwise. They'll make you feel the need to rush to do these pleasures which aren't even fulfilling. We've all jacked off in the past, I'm sure. First few times felt like it was so bliss, wasn't it? But then we kept doing it, it felt empty. You didn't even feel the pleasure. It's like, why did you waste your time? Don't you think it's the same with those people in real life? 10 times worse, in fact, because they have soul ties, and now they're literally one with tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s of those strangers, which they're never going to meet again, but they're giving a part of their soul to them. So it's really going to affect them long term, if not forever. God forbid, but it's going to take a lot of shadow work to get rid of all the soul ties. And I actually heard that it destroys both men and women, don't get me wrong, but it destroys the women even more. And it just disgusts me because there's a lot of like negatively promoted rap. You know, I'm talking about Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, all these people. 2 days ago, I think it was about 2 days ago, I actually clicked on a few of their music videos. Bro, I cringed so much. I've never cringed so much in my life. I was so disgusted. Also, I think it was about 2 days ago also, I was with my little sister in the sitting room. I believe it was a Saturday, was it? No, it may have been 3 days ago. I saw this advert and it was just like people shaking their asses. I don't remember what the advert was about, but the mere fact alone that they were shaking their asses and it's seen as a normal thing now, it rubs me the wrong way. And we really need to be careful what we let our children consume, because you don't know, man. You really don't know. It's a bad place out there on the internet. It baffles me because I'd be out in like public transport sometimes. I even see these little kids there. Why would you let your little kid on TikTok? Sometimes I just want to shake their parents and just smack them, and I'm like, why are you letting your child consume that stuff? They're hooked now. And it's not even the child's fault, it's the parents' fault. Of course the child's gonna get hooked. I used to bite wires as a kid. Not right, but of course they're gonna do it. You know, they're children, so it's the parents' responsibility to, really. I need to go now, but let's make this quick. I hope I got my message across I know it wasn't the best way, but I thought I just had to say something on the matter. But it's just a mess. It is a mess, and I really worry for these women 10 years from now, man. Because as much as I'd love for it to stop as a whole, it's not. There's always going to be sin until Judgment Day, right? But let me tell you what's going to happen. I'm going to reiterate it. It's like they're going to grow up. Those women that are the peak beauty now, posting all these videos, sexual videos, making all their money. The simps, God willing, some of them, they turn to the right path and then they really fix their mindset, i.e. me. Well, I never bought OnlyFans, but in terms of simpery, you get to the point where it's like, no, this isn't for me. And then they work on themselves and then they attract to even prettier women. No, okay, I would even say prettier women. Let's say average looking women, and average looking women is attractive, so don't take it as an insult. But it's like, they're gonna get to the point, they're gonna get with their woman who probably has good morals, And then the people that are still posting provocative content, they're going to be wondering why no man wants them. Even though they got the peak beauty. But you guys have to realize, a beauty of a woman is far more than just looks. And that's something that took me a few years to realize. Well, I say I always did know it, but I went astray in my teenage years because of, I let myself be consumed by social media and all this stupid stuff they post on the internet. I wish I never got my phone at 12 years old, honestly. Looking back, I remember I had this like core belief on like, hey, when I get my phone for the first time, this was probably when I was like 11 or something, I knew the first thing I wanted to do is download social media for, looking back now, reasons that didn't matter. Because I saw everyone else do it, so you join the trend, right? You join the trend, and it's not till you get to a certain point, it's like, it just gets tiring. Bro, jacking off is tiring, man. Literally, in the physical sense. And the spiritual sense also, it's boring as well, trust me. I've done it over 1,000 times probably. It's really boring. You get tired of doing it, you just crave like, even now, I'm not perfect. I still have days when I jack off, of course I do. Obviously I want to reduce that. Nah, I'm not an addict, I'd say. Obviously you have days where you still jack off, and when I do it, I just pick myself back up because it's boring just sitting there like a slump. Contrast to 3 years ago, I feel so sorry for myself, I wouldn't even have the motivation to get up. And then it's like, even now, it's like, you jack off and it's like, bro, it's so boring, but let me just get on to what I was doing. Now, why did I do that? Oh, it's like, you get that realization, that's not me. Oh yeah, that's not me. Sometimes you have to slip up just to realize how stupid the thing you're doing really was, just to pick yourself back up again. And that's me, and the type of mentality I'm in right now, which I think is a really good thing, because you realize what's right and what's wrong. But a lot of you guys are still hooked in, and I feel for you guys, and I just want to let you know, these people who post content and feel the need to post content about themselves like that in a sexual way, they're very insecure. You may think it's all glorious online. Yes, they're making a lot of money, a lot more than the average, but what's the point of sacrificing that for your mental health, your well-being? I don't understand how you can post. Sometimes I see these people on the internet, and I hope I never meet them. I really do hope I never meet them. Yeah, I've yet to, and I hope I don't. But I just think to myself, how can you post this content and have the confidence to walk outside? I feel so ashamed. Now, I said a few minutes ago, the stuff you post on the internet is permanent. If that being the case, I feel like it's dependent on how big you are. You might as well help people. So when you go outside, the people who do approach you from seeing you on the internet can say good things about you. Like me, for example. I mean, there's not really much to hate about me, honestly. I don't see why you would hate me, but to reach further on, I know, I'm wise enough to understand that you're not going to be liked no matter how kind you are. I mean, look at Jesus Christ. Perfect man, he sinned 0 times. Everyone still hated him because of how great he was. Can't please everyone, but it would be nice to know that you inspired people. But I feel like I'm going all over the place with this video, but it's also how you make the money, right? Do the right thing, and even if it takes you longer, do what needs to be done. And don't sell yourself out for money. It's just so sad, because I'm seeing this on the internet, all these women doing these provocative things, and I'm like, come on. I even looked yesterday, I'm like, how was I hooked into this? I could understand, I could sympathize, empathize, because I've been there, because it's literally my past self, but now it's like, it's nasty, man. So stay off that stuff and really watch your consuming online. And think of this as a warning. Be very wise with it when you choose into life, because you can build your castle or crumble it. As a result of weak fathers, and this is what happens typically, the people that do post that provocative stuff, usually it's fathers that leave the house, and then there's no masculine figure to keep things in check, and then they run off and they do all this stupidness. I'm not saying it doesn't happen with fathers in the household, but it's more likely to happen. This is why we need to use these years now to become a strong man, figure out ourselves, know who we are, figure out our morals, and then pursue what is necessary. That's all I have to say.